Hi, this is Alex from phpacademy.org, and this is a video tutorial for the new Boston. In the last example we looked at classes, properties and methods. Now in this example we're going to look at how we can put this into use and actually display out our balance. So what I've already done is I've created a class called bank account, which we're going to reference as a new bank account later, and we've created a property called balance, which is equal to 0. Now at the moment you may be thinking, well, I can do this normally in PHP, so why would I change it? The difference is it's structured so much better that later on what we can do is we can give a bank account to 2, 3, 4, 100 people without having to store any particular information. So we can create 2 different instances of this bank account and run along having 2 different balances. So this object is reusable. Okay, so in our public function display balance, we need to echo out our balance. So we're just going to basically simply say echo. Now, usually in procedural PHP, you'll think to yourself, well, yep, this is absolutely easy. We're just going to say echo balance and then that's it. However, what we actually need to do is we need to reference the fact that we're taking a variable from this class itself. Now, we've created the balance as public, so we're able to use it wherever we like. What we do is, instead of just echoing out the balance itself, we need to say echo this, then we do a hyphen and a greater than sign. So we're taking something from this, and this as a variable with a dollar sign means this class in general. So we're echoing out a value from this. Now we need to specify the variable name. Now this might confuse you, because what we're going to do is we're going to type the variable name like this. We add the semicolon on the end, so that's nothing to do with this. But you'll notice that I've referenced the variable balance without the dollar sign. So this is the way we reference variables when we're talking about within a class. We just give the plain name, and this will take the value of balance, which is 0 at the moment. So at the moment we have created our balance to be 0 earlier on, and now we're echoing out this balance, so we're echoing out the balance here. And you can do this with any other properties that you might have. So we're essentially just echoing out our balance, that's it. So let's make this a bit more user friendly before we begin. I'm going to say balance colon and then a space, and then we're echoing out the balance. So how do we go about echoing this out? Now we can't just say echo something or bank account something. What we need to do is we need to create a new instance of our class, and our class name is bank account. So let's create a variable called Alex, for example. So I've created a variable called Alex, and this is going to be my new bank account. So I'm going to say Alex equals new bank account. So new is the keyword we use in creating a new instance of our class. So we're creating a new instance of our class, which is going to be held inside Alex. So what I can do now is I can say Alex, and I can use this notation here to grab different things out of my class. So what I can do is I can say Alex and then this, so our hyphen and our greater than sign. And then what I can do is I can either echo out properties within my bank account, or I can run methods. So I can say display balance. So all I need to say is display balance. So let's recap on what we've done. We have created our method before, and now what we've done in this part of the tutorial is we've echoed out this balance. So we've taken this variable here from this bank account. Okay, so now what we've done is we've created a new variable called Alex and assigned this to a new instance of the bank account class. We don't need these parentheses here, by the way, sorry. So we just need a bank account on its own. So remember, this is case sensitive, so ensure you've got a capital B and A for these two, depending on what you name your class. The classes can be all lowercase, but it tends to be standard notation that you use camel caps or capital letters somewhere, so it's easy to read, sorry. So now what we're doing is we're taking this new instance of Alex and we're displaying the balance. So remember, you're going to need the parentheses here because it's a method within our class. So let's go back to our page and refresh and see what we've got. Okay, so we've been displayed with balance 0. So we've successfully used a method within our class to read out, or echo out rather, a property within our class. So let's change this to 10.5 and let's refresh to see if that works. Okay, yeah, so the balance is now being updated. So we have, like I said before, we've taken our method called display balance and we've echoed out the balance that's currently inside this bank account. Now when we create a new instance of this class in another variable, this property balance will be able to change depending on each variable we assign this new bank account to. So we'll look at that a bit later on, but I just thought I'd mention it now because you may think that as it stands you could have done this just normally in PHP. You wouldn't have had to use object-oriented programming. So let's think about returning a value rather than displaying it. So let's return balance. So now what we can do is we can write echo here, and we're basically echoing out the return value. So when we refresh, we get exactly the same thing up. So this is probably a bit better way to do things. Just say you're returning a value, and we can do whatever we want down here with the balance. So it's exactly the same as functions in PHP. We're returning a value from this method, which is grabbing this property up here, and then we're echoing it out inside our code. So you can see that if we did it without the echo, you're going to get basically nothing up on the screen because you're not doing anything with the returned value. So we can echo this. We can even create a new variable, for example, called balance, and that equal to our display balance. However, we're not going to be doing that for now because we're just going to be demonstrating echoing out different values.